Welcome to We Know Marketing, We Promise. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Naoma, and this is a show about how to actually build a brand that works. Is referral marketing dead?
Yeah, it is. We're done.
End of episode. Thank you so much for coming.
So one of the questions I've been getting a lot, probably over the last year or two, when people are coming to me and they're like, man, my leads have dried up. I don't have any referrals anymore. And I'm like, okay, well, where was your business coming from when it was thriving? And they said referrals. So now they're coming to me because they haven't been getting referrals. So is word of mouth dead? That's what we're going to talk about today. And this is part one, because part two is going to be the strategy behind referral marketing. But today, for part one, we want to talk about if it's dead, which it's not, by the way.
It's not.
It isn't. I mean, I would say both of our businesses run off of referrals mostly.
Yeah, but I think what you think referrals is probably dead. Yeah.
Yeah, so what do they think a referral is? What are you defining their definition of a referral that's wrong?
I don't think it's the referral part. I think it's more, I think people stumble upon clients a little bit, and you may have been referred to that client, but there was no nurturing, there was no taking care of, and you don't really understand why they're coming to you. Like, they may have been referred, but you don't know what that person said about you or like what problem you saw. Like, I think we had a client recently that sent us a message, and she was like, I finally asked how I got this business, and they told me it was this person, and I don't know who that person is.
I know. That's yes.
And I was like, well, look it up and send them a thank you card.
Yes. Handwritten.
Yes. And a coffee gift card, please.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's so interesting. I finally asked.
Cracking me up.
That's the first thing, is obviously ask where they heard about you. If someone has been referred, get a name from someone, and I'm not getting into strategy.
We'll get into that.
I go there so fast and I have to chill. Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you think about the last time you referred someone, a vendor, a restaurant, a service, what made you feel confident enough to put your name behind it?
My own experience.
Your own experience.
Yeah. I will rarely recommend something that I haven't personally experienced.
What's something recently that you've recommended to someone? And is that actually true? Because you recommended, well, now I have even more thoughts. So you recommended Meredith to me, and you've not used her yet.
Well, I have now.
You recommend me to people, and you haven't used me yet.
That's true.
So that's interesting.
Oh, well, shoot.
But you've obviously experienced us, so what is that?
I've either experienced the service or I know the person. And I know Meredith. I know she's fantastic. If you need to get your hotel booked, she's the best.
She is. Citizen World Travel?
World Citizen Travel.
World Citizen Travel.
Not sponsored, but should be.
I'm going to reach out to her after this. Okay, so you have high relational equity.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
For me, it's, I think if I would have met you once, I would not recommend you unless I had used you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know you. We do the podcast together, right?
Yeah. Okay, so then back to my original question. What is something recently that you have referred or recommended to someone, and kind of explain?
Probably Meredith, honestly.
Is it?
I feel like I talk about Meredith all the time right now.
Because people are traveling, or?
Yeah, they're like, oh, people talk to me a lot about travel.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I'm thinking about going here. Have you been there? Or I'm thinking about this. And I'm like, I haven't been, I've been to a few countries, y'all, but I'm not National Geographic. Wish I was. So they ask me a lot, and I'm like, I don't know, but you should talk to my friend Meredith, because she is the best hotel snob, and I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Yeah, because that's what you want.
And she's gonna hook you up with the best place. Yeah.
And the reason you felt so this is what when you were actually talking about Meredith being the person that you've been recommending lately, what I just thought of was like you are a referral machine for people
I am.
because you understand their business and their secret sauce and can explain it better than they can.
Yep.
So then you are actually able to sell it better than they can most of the time. Because with Meredith, when I get on her website, I get on her social, and I'm experiencing her marketing, I am not picking up on what you told me about her. And I remember when you did the strategy session with her, and I'm sorry, Meredith, this is not dogging on your marketing. I did not mean to do that. I'm just Naoma's secret sauce.
She's well aware. It's okay.
Naoma's secret sauce though is being able to like succinctly explain within like 5 words what someone does, and then you get it, and because you get it, it makes you like want to work with the person more because you hit the impact of it so quickly. So it is interesting that your secret sauce is uncovering their secret sauce. You say that all
Yeah.
the time. But then I see it's not even just uncovering it, you also are able to communicate it. And then if you really think they do a good job, like you're going to say something about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I am a yeah. I'm a referral machine. If you do good work and you do good by me and I understand what you do,
Yeah, so if they've done a strategy session with you or are an external processor like Kelsey Downs, and you obviously understand my business very well because I've externally processed, like you've been able to give me clarity and my secret sauce,
mm-hmm.
and you did the same thing for Meredith, and so that makes sense why you would recommend, which is like so amazing for a business owner to experience the other end of that, I guess. Okay, so then I'm trying to think of some last time I referred someone and what made me refer them. I'm not as much of a connector. I definitely recommend you a lot. I can see pretty quickly if someone does not have a brand strategy and they need you. Um, so that has been one very common in my business. I also would say my clients, like I can talk about their work really easily because once again,
Because you know them so
I've
well.
experienced them. Yeah. And then if you have done small little nuggets that stick with me, I will speak your praises for days because if I have a good, hospitable experience with your brand or your company, your hotel, I will never forget those small little things. Like the towel warmer in the hotel when I was in New York City this last weekend. Like I vividly remember that there was a towel warmer and that felt so bougie and luxury. And it also was a nice surprise to like grab my towel getting out of the shower when it was 40 degrees and we're walking around in the rain. It was so I had a full body experience with the warm towel because I was cold,
Yeah.
those small little things, or the extra ledge to put more of your skincare on in a New York City hotel because New York City hotels are so tiny. The over the top service with the, what was it called? Like
Turn down service.
turn down service. And I mean, just those small little things are the reasons why I will recommend that hotel. And I've stayed at many hotels in New York City. I will recommend that hotel every single time now because they gave me exceptional service
Yeah.
in every single aspect.
I think well, it's probably because Meredith booked it for you too.
Meredith did book it for me, and Meredith earned my trust with
Yeah.
that trip
Yeah.
because like I didn't know, and she was like, "Are you sure you want to stay at this hotel? I think you might really like this one. This is in this area. It's a little bit more expensive, but I can get you a free night. I can get you an upgrade. I can do this. I can do that." And I was like, "I've never worked with this girl, but Naoma trusts her, and Naoma did 3-hour session with her, so I think I can do it." And then if it fails, it fails, and I learned a lesson. But like this time, it did not fail. It was so special. A real bottle of champagne because we were there for my friend's 40th birthday.
So cool.
A cupcake.
Cute.
They said happy birthday. Yeah, it was exceptional.
I usually people that are in the service business, I really recommend them read Unreasonable Hospitality just because of what you're saying.
Yes.
Those little things that you don't think really mean a lot actually mean a lot to a lot of people. And I try to remind my team that, like, yeah, well, what we do is work for us. We still do something fun for our clients. Like, this part of their business is very fun to come in, like, understand their strategy, get some clarity, finally understand how to talk about themselves, finally see the visual identity that goes with them. This is fun. And however we can ingrain hospitality within, I just know will make my reputation that much stronger.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the intentionality of that versus just doing good work or having good customer service?
I think a lot of people think that they get word of mouth referrals because they do good work, or and I hear this all the time. What's the thing that makes you different? Well, we have great customer service. I'm like, I don't know any business that is like, I'm intentionally going to not have great customer service. Like, very few restaurants, I think, in Chicago do that, and that's intentional. But for the most part, nobody's seeking out to like make their clients mad. And the more you can document that process and the more you can do a quick win and surprise and delight your clients, the better the experience. So there's two points of a client journey that are the strongest. One is immediately when they sign on because they're so excited to work with you. They're so excited to get their pain relief figured out. And they're ready to go. But sometimes you can't just like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, right? So how can we instantly make them feel excited?
Mhm.
So we do a welcome box every time. You get a welcome box. Welcome. We're so excited to have you join the Nuevo family, whatever. I don't think we call it that because that's like toxic culture, whatever. But the Nuevo roster of clients, and then we give them a box of treats, like, and it's swag, but also treat anyway, whatever. And it's just an instant win because even if they do something that's smaller, to them, it's not a small price point, right?
That's right.
And then we have started implementing at the end to have a um like a happy hour of like, yay, we did it. Here's your finished brand identity, your strategy, everything. Here's everything. Like, here's where everything is at. How did we do? This is the time that we ask for feedback, and what we could have done better, just because it lets the client get things off their chest if they need
Yeah.
to.
And, like, if something didn't go right, you're in person getting a chance to repair
And
that
I can repair it.
and restore it versus them never saying anything and then they never recommend you.
Yeah. And then this is where I think people mess up is they're like, okay, well, if you know anybody else like you that needs work, send them my way. And this is something that I learned from Steve. And who's like, yeah, that's still putting the ball in their court of hoping that they'll refer you.
Yeah.
And so the point of that is to not have them do any work, but say, hey, I really enjoyed working with you. Any chance you'd be okay with me like going and snooping around your LinkedIn to see if there's anybody that I could help that you could introduce me to? That's you being proactive and asking for that
Mhm.
referral.
Or even just starting with, "Does anyone come to mind that could really benefit from this service that I did?"
Yeah. And I
If
know
if they
that's getting
say
into strategy, but yeah.
right, right. But I think those are good ways to I mean, those are that's one small piece of what the strategy should be. And my business coach said the same thing, and he was like, "Yeah, if you meet with someone and do a discovery call, and it's actually not a good fit for them, and you know that, ask for a referral. Like, hey, do you know anyone that could actually benefit from working with us? Yeah, you do. Okay, do you mind just shooting a group text over to both of us, and I'll connect with them, or an email? Can you do a email real quick while we're sitting here?" Like, he was literally like, ask them to do it right there. More than likely, people are happy to help in that area because they're other business owners and they know that you are trying to get your name out there.
Um, I actually see it a different way. I don't think that they're like, oh, I'm a business owner. She's a business owner. She needs to make money. I'm seeing it more as like, this person does really great work. And if I refer her to my friend, I look really good because I was the one that knew who could solve the problem. I knew who could do what. I look really good. So when I refer things, people take it seriously.
Yeah. If they've worked with you. If you haven't and they've like listened to the spiel in a discovery call, I think it's a little bit different. But
Yeah.
I definitely agree. It's like, no, I am the best at this and I offer, and they see that and they've experienced that. They want to share it. But you have to ask them because people are just thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get too far into strategy, what's the difference between a business that is earning a referral and one that hopes for them? Do you have any examples of what
Oh
you've
man,
seen?
I have been one of those examples.
Yeah, same.
I think just when you are really hoping for people to land in your inbox and say, I was referred by da 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 da, or I was referred by da 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 da. Um, that's not really a strategy, and that's you just kind of hoping for things. I think you have to be very proactive with your relationships and 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 do a little bit more work.
Yeah, I don't think it's something you're naturally just going to fall into.
No.
Like doing intentional referral marketing is not something people fall into.
Yeah.
It might feel like they fell into it or you fell into their referral program or whatever, but most of the time there's a very intentional strategy that's been put together, planned, and then executed,
Yeah.
and you're getting to experience that side of it. And I would say the people that have come to me and said they're wanting social media and they're wanting, to have social media be a revenue driver, most of the time they're coming to me because their referral pipeline has dried
Right
up.
up.
But then when I've asked like what their sales strategy is, they didn't have one.
There's none.
And so if they still don't have a sales strategy and they're trying all these other marketing tactics, or even worse, they don't have a brand, or they have a brand, but they don't realize they have a brand and they don't know how to represent it well. And then they're doing all this marketing and there's no sales strategy. Ugh, it's a lot, but the sales strategy is a piece, and no amount of marketing is going to, one, fix and create a brand for you, and two, create a sales strategy for you. Like if there's nowhere for that person to go and they're not feeling nurtured along the way, then you can do all the marketing you want, but you're not going to get more business.
Yeah. I also think like just doing good work is not going to be the only thing that gets you referrals. Like I think people like you just mentioned relationships is a big thing. I'm obviously a highly relational person. Um so doing good I also don't know everybody, right? So I don't know the best videographer in town, right? Or the best whatever, but I know in my mind who the best is that of the people I know.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are considered to be the best and you're just expecting that to be the thing that opens doors for you, you really need to get in on relational or get in front of the people that will be referring you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like just doing good work is not gonna cut it.
Not
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 now.
always. I mean, it depends how big you want your business to grow. It depends how long you want your business to be in business.
Yeah, but I
But
think
those are the
even
things
that,
like
yeah.
you've got to ask those questions as you're getting into the strategy. And so come back for part 2 because we didn't go there, but we got close. So we're gonna go there next.
Okay.
Bye. And that's a wrap on this episode.
If you found this helpful, hit subscribe, leave a review, or share it with a friend.